I was proud 2 years ago to sign into law the first GMO labeling bill in the nation. What is it about this Congress that believes in state rights, a basic Republican principle, but when it comes to a woman's right to choose, they want to decide. When it comes to knowing what's in your food, they want to decide.
One of the things that was really puzzling to me was a lot of my colleagues who were against this down in Washington were bragging about how great GMOs were. So I said, you know, I hear you. But if it's so great what they are, why don't you want to brag about it by putting it on the label?
This legislation is important because people have a right to know what they eat and what their children eat. Unfortunately, the major agribusiness and biotech corporations disagree. They do not believe that people should have a right to know what's in the food that they eat. And that is why they have spent hundreds of millions of dollars in lobbying and campaign contributions to overturn the GMO right-to-know legislation that Vermont and other states have passed. The total amount spent by corporate interest is close to $400 million. So you know that what we have done here in Vermont is important, because when they're prepared to spend $400 million to stop what Vermont has done, you know how important it is. On Thursday evening, with no hearings and really no debate, a corporate-backed bill offered by Senator Pat Roberts was introduced onto the floor, and what they want to do is to pass legislation that is useless and will have no value to consumers. And if we don't stop them, and stop them now, they will succeed in doing that. So we are going to do everything that we can in Vermont and around this country to rally the American people to stand up to Monsanto and the other big money interests and tell them that yes, mothers and their kids have a right to know what's in the food they eat, and yes, when the people go forward and pass good legislation, we're not going to allow multi-billion-dollar corporations to rescind that legislation. Thank you all very much.
The people will hold you accountable. The voters will hold you accountable.